Ohio State guard, formerly South Carolina guard, formerly Ohio State guard. Meechie Johnson is back in the portal. He portaled last season following a stellar 2 year stint at South Carolina to go back to Ohio State, where he started his career. That did not go so well. Dion only played in a handful of games and then left the team, indicating that a return trip to the portal may be in the cards. That's here. First off, what do you make of the decision to go back in the portal for Michi, given the way last offseason went and last season went for him?
I mean, he just lives in the portal, so like I can't hate on him for going to the portal. This is what Meech does. I
Yeah,
mean,
the leaving midseason thing was kind of weird. That was kind of weird, and that was kind of telling that this was coming. And the decision to enter it originally was a little confusing, considering that he was a bit of a reclamation project for South Carolina. They accomplished that. Lamont Paris had him. He was the leading scorer on a South Carolina team that made the NCAA tournament. And then he goes back to Ohio State. Now he's back in the portal again. We will speculate on potential destinations. There's not an official list or anything out from Michi yet. But in terms of him as a player, given the ups and downs he has had in his career, what should people expect from Michi at his next stop, wherever that is?
a lot of shots. This is his Michi's going out party, man. Like there, like there's no holding Michi back anymore. You know, like everything you imagine Meech would do, 14 points, 13 shots, like that's nothing. That's nothing. He's not selling himself to anybody. There's nothing left for him to prove to anybody. There's no more portals for Meech. Like this is it. Like he can do whatever he wants. He might not pass the ball one time this season. There might be an inbound where he tries to dribble it himself.
So you are that we'll say convinced that he is just looking for a place to be the guy.
Yeah, so I think South Carolina's biggest problem is they put together a team full of guys that are looking for a place to be the guy. And one of them, a few of them are not going to be the guy. Him and Eagles,
Yeah.
Eli Ellis, the three of them. Can we get like a Vice TV reality show? Can Calipari hook them up with his camera guys? Because I just want to see the three of them just interact for a full year. Because it's
If
gonna be
if
like off season will be special. By mid-November, all the ping pong they play, that's all out. No more Madden, no more ping pong. It's pass me the ball. I hate you.
if he were to return to South Carolina, um, there's the obvious connection there, given his success there. The fact that him leaving Ohio State kind of made it seem like he regretted leaving. South Carolina also, quite frankly, needs talent. However, as you mentioned, the combination, if there is a backcourt of freshman Eli Ellis, North Dakota transfer Trayson Eaglestaff, and Meechie Johnson, the fit would have to be massaged by Lamont Paris. Let's put it that way. The fit would have to be massaged. It would not be just copy and paste back into the 2022-2023 version of South, or excuse me, 2023-2024 version of South Carolina for Michi. But he's not just a lock for the Gamecocks. He took a visit to Vanderbilt. I think that the fit there is obviously trying to plug him into the AJ Hogard role. How do you like him playing that if he were to plug and play in that similar role for Vandy?
Uh, AJ Hogarth's so much better than Meechie Johnson. It's hard for me to envision him in the Hogard role. But I mean, I could see it like kind of like a veteran. I'm a get mine, but also try to play within the system type of guy who, what I thought Hogard did well, that I'm not sure Meechie does well, but he might be able to develop this. Hogard was so good at getting the guy on him that he wanted on him, right? Like if he was on the court and he saw me on the court, he's getting that switch and then he's going to work. You know what I mean? And it didn't matter who like was on the court with him, he got the switch he wanted every single time. If Michi could develop that a little bit, I could see it.
Yeah. Again, not a simple copy paste, but if you're looking for a veteran to play 25-ish minutes Uh, you get some upside, you get some downside. Like that's Meechie Johnson to me. Where else could he go? Where else do you think would be a good fit for him? South Carolina and Vanderbilt are the two he's supposed to heavily linked to, but you figure there's going to be more in the fold here. So what kind of team should be looking at him?
I like South Carolina. I think that ultimately is probably the best fit for him, just in terms of like go do it, go do you, bro. Do whatever you want to do. Probably something like lower school, like at Tulane. I know that's not like an option for him. um, but somewhere that like just oh, you're Meechie Johnson. Here's the basketball. Like that would be sick. I would love to see him in like where did Rocket Watts go after Michigan State? Did he go to Oakland?
Oakland. Yeah.
Yeah, Oakland. That would be fun. Like go to Oakland and you just do your thing.
I think if he goes down a level, I think it would be to a school like an A-10 school, like Dayton or VCU, where you still have like a bit of a program. They have some money to throw around because he's got some money to throw around, and you're also playing a pretty big role there too. Right? Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all if he were to end up back there. But the idea seems to be to stay at the power conference level, and there are plenty of teams that are interested in him at that standpoint too. Um, Do you think you're more likely to get the guy who struggled at Ohio State in two different stints, or the guy who was a serviceable starter on a good South Carolina team?
Um, Serviceable is a strong word. I just that's what I,
He was the leading scorer on a six seed in the NCAA tournament. I would, given even the downside of Meechie, I would call that more than serviceable.
that's fair. Um, Somewhere in the middle. I don't think you're going to get the guy that was as inefficient as we saw at Ohio State. And to be fair, he didn't have the health at Ohio State that he had at South Carolina too, right? So that obviously plays a massive role. But I do think you're going to see a guy who is just generationally going to be on a I'm gonna go get mine tour. And I think Michi knows, like, I only got 30 some odd games for the rest of my life at South Carolina. It's probably even less because they ain't gonna make it that far in the SEC tournament. So like I gotta go get mine quick. I gotta go get mine quick.
We're going to clip that and bring it back when Meechie's leading South Carolina to the SEC quarterfinals. First full day of hoops. No, it'll be interesting to see where he goes. This is one of the, I think, more intriguing non-stars to see where he ends up, right? Because everyone's going to want to know where the top end guys go. But just given how his career has gone, I think seeing where he ends up is going to be one of the more interesting things to follow for as long as he remains in the portal.
It is March, and that means that March Madness is upon us. And if you are looking for a place to play, Underdog Fantasy has you covered. Sign up and deposit using code SLEEPERS, that's code SLEEPERS, to receive up to $1,000 in bonus credit plus a free pick. Head over to Underdog Fantasy today and use promo code SLEEPERS to take advantage of this amazing offer.